Hey, good morning, everyone. My name's Tim Squires, and thought I'd shoot this little video this morning in the quietest place that I could find. I've been dodging landscapers and noise all morning, so decided to sit in the Jeep and talk to you for a minute. The subject this morning I wanted to talk about is something it's been on my heart for the last couple of days, and I've been seeing stuff even this morning in Facebook, and social media, and in the news about this rise of hate that's going right now. And I have a suggestion to diffuse it. And I believe that as you're seeing this video, it's been just a few days since the shooting, probably maybe about a week or so, the shooting in South Carolina of 9 people by a young man, just 21 years old, full of hate. And ensuing that, in the process of people processing that, hatred is just running abound. And the weirdest thing is that the hatred seems to be centered around flags of all things, inanimate objects, as if flags were more important than people's hearts. And so I have a solution for the problem, and it's the same solution that Jesus gave. It's the same solution that's worked for in other places. And oddly enough, this is the same solution that worked in South Carolina. The family members of those who were shot used this very solution to defuse an incredible hatred bomb that could have gone off. And the answer to hate is the same thing as the answer to anything, is exactly the opposite, and that's love. Jesus said to love your enemies, love those who despitefully use you, pray for those, do good to those who do evil to you. And I think that's just the wisest thing. Think about this. There is if you're in a dark room and you want it to be light, you don't add, it's impossible to, but more darkness upon darkness doesn't help anything. So to diffuse this hatred that we're seeing rising up, you don't do more hatred. That's the stupidest thing to think of. You can't just start defending your hate. There isn't any defense of hate, and defending your hatred is not going to solve any problems. It's not. It's just going to make things worse. What did those family members do in South Carolina when they were able to come face to face with the young man who was accused of shooting their loved one? What did they do? They forgave him, and they told him that they loved him, and they were praying for him. And the prayer for hatred is not a prayer of their demise. It's a prayer for their success, a prayer for their souls, prayer for and my prayer is that the love of God just completely engulf them. So that's my answer to the hatred that we're seeing, the hatred of the flags, the hatred in waving flags, the hatred that's going on. It's so stupid. We look at a country like Israel. Israel is surrounded by hate. And the only time that they return for the same is in defense of their people, in not only the defending the Jewish people, but they're defending the other Arabs that live among them. You have to think about that. And that the Jewish people are probably some of the most loving people from what I can see, because I've seen them. I've seen pictures and stories about how they will go and take their enemy who has fallen inside their lines, and they'll take them to a hospital and fix them up and patch them at no cost to them, no cost to their enemy, and patch them up and fix them up and then send them back. Who does that? Just people who are full of love does that. And that's the only way you can defuse the enemy. You see, look around, look at the post on Facebook, look at what people are saying, and you have to understand that there's a deeper thing. There is a spirit among us that is trying to get us to hate each other. You got to see it. Come on, guys, you got to see it. This division has got to stop. So let's stop hating. And the only way that you can stop hating is to start loving. You look at this, look at what Jesus did. Jesus died on a cross, and before his death, his last words were, "Forgive them, Father, because they don't know what they're doing." Let's just stop the flag waving. Let's just stop the hate speech. Let's just stop the hatred and start loving. Put down our weapons of warfare that this worldly system is using right now. And let's defuse the enemy's plans. Come on, guys, you got to see it for what it is. This hatred is all it's wanting to do is to divide us. And we're letting ourselves be sucked into it. And I'm just asking for you to help me stop it. Let's bind together. I'm not the only one. There's other people out there talking the same thing. Those family members of those 9 people who were shot, they're doing it. Let's bind together with them and show this world some love. Together we can change things. We have to change the mindset of this world. This world system is broken. And if you jump on board with everybody else, you're perpetuating a disaster. Let's not do that. Let's join together, lock arms in love, and change the mindset of this world system and defuse the plans of the enemy to divide us. Let's bind together instead of separate. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. It's just really heart-sickening to see people just using their voice of hatred when they could be using their voice of love. So this Tim Squires just saying, let's do good, return good for evil. Return good for evil. And then just watch what we say. Make sure that it's love that was coming out of us and not more hatred. Thanks for watching.